Hello and welcome back to another episode of World Tour on Football Manager 2021. Now, since the last episode where we played against Waterford in the league and Shamrock Rovers, second team in the EA Sports Cup, we've played a few games off camera. We started off with a 3-0 victory over Galway United and then followed that up with a just mental 4-4 draw with Dundalk, who seem to be our title contenders this season. We then beat former club Sligo Rovers by 2-0. Unfortunately, lost in the quarter-final of the EA Sports Cup to one of today's opponents, St Pat's Athletic, on penalties after a 3-3 draw after extra time, and then just drew 1-1 with Shelbourne. So, in today's episode, we will play third place St Pat's and bottom of the table Longford Town. So let's just take a look at the league table. So we have now, as we have played our game in hand, retaken top spot in the league. However, that was just because of a draw, so we are now level on points with Dundalk. We are only top because of our better goal difference. So here we are with the team lineup for the game against St Pat's Athletic, and we've been struggling with having to rotate the squad a bit, as a few people have been getting injured, suspended, and just generally lacking the condition to play a full 90 minutes. So that happens again today. We've got Williams in goal as usual, but at right back today we've got John Kennedy. He's not played very much for us this season. He's probably come off the bench a few times, but he's never really started, and he's not as good as Swanson, who normally plays there. But we'll see how he does. At centre-back, we've got Fernandez and Scales. Cartman is left-back. Adam O'Leary is our defensive midfielder today. Now, Adam O'Leary, he's one of our youngsters. He's 18 years old. He's not got much potential. He's not that great. His marking and tackling are okay with 11 and 10. Not very strong. The reason that he's in is because both of our other defensive midfielders, Dean O'Connor and Jerry Davis, are lacking in condition. And I never like to start anyone that's lacking in condition, just in case they waste all their energy in the first half and then have to come off, and then that's a waste of a substitution. In centre midfield, we've got Gavin Kilkenny and Philip Clark. Gavin Kilkenny coming in for O'Reilly, who I believe is either suspended or injured. Kilkenny's a decent backup though. He is one of our more experienced players, a very well-rounded player, as you can see here, with all the yellows in his technical and then quite a few green attributes in his mental and physical. At right wing, we've got Aaron Rowe as usual, Ferrugia's at left wing, and then Graham Byerley is our chosen striker today. On the bench, we do have a couple more of our youngsters. Ethan Manning is one of them, 22-year-old. Oh, he's not a youngster at all. He's just in our second team, so he's not one of them, but he is on the bench. Not a great player, to be honest. And then also Philip Osam, who is one of the youngsters and again doesn't have great potential, but he's pretty well rounded in his technical attributes. So if needed, we do have those to choose from on the bench, but hopefully we don't need them. Hopefully we can pick up the victory with the lads that are out there at home against St Pat's. So we're going to pump our fists and say, I know a lot of you be keen to avenge what happened when we last played St Pat's Athletic. Go out there and express yourselves. Of course, that was the EA Sports Cup quarter-final game, which was played a couple of matches ago, where we lost on penalties. So free kick for St Pat's, possible first opportunity of the game. Hanratty whips it in, headed away by Baba Fernandez, but that's going to come back to St Pat's with Titov. Can we get the ball back off him? There's a big gap to run into, and we do win the ball back, and Byerley is practically through on goal. It's Byerley, and it's well saved by the St Pat's goalkeeper. A great opportunity and well worked by our midfield there to win the ball back and get the opportunity in the first place, as McDonnell just easily collects that from the corner kick. There's Williams with the goal kick, plays it short to one of our centre-backs, Fernandez. Out wide right to Kennedy. As I said earlier, on a rare starting appearance for him. Now it's Rowe, the right winger, cutting inside a bit. Finds Philip Clark. There's a lot of space on the left-hand side if he can find Ferrugia, which he can. And Ferrugia in the box now, tries to get a ball in. It's blocked, but Cartman's got a second opportunity. Towards Rowe, headed away by McNally. It's going to come back to O'Leary though, and now it's Clark again. Back to O'Leary, now Kilkenny. Great passing play. Rowe is through. Rowe scores. A mixed up shoots and scores, but Aaron Rowe has given us the lead. A nice little roly-poly. No, not a roly-poly. Was it a forward roll? It was sort of Robbie Keane-esque, that celebration. You know, the one where he goes at the end. But it was a brilliant finish. Nice one-touch play. Kilkenny to Byerley, through to Rowe, and he had plenty of time. I thought the keeper should have saved that, to be fair. It was at his near post, but I'm not complaining. Let's have a look at the celebration again. Oh, they didn't even show me it. Disappointing. Throw in. Just inside our half, Titov gives it to Lennon. We're pressing nicely, but St Pat's still with the ball. Lennon gives that away to Kilkenny nicely for us anyway. Byerly skips past the defender. Byerly has got a man on the right. If he wants to find him, he does. He finds Rowe in space. Can he get a ball in? Is it going to be a penalty? It's not. But Rowe still has the ball. Chance to get the ball in again. And that is going to be a penalty. Byerly is going to take it. I don't know what happened. O'Leary was apparently pushed by Lennon. So Graham Byerly with an opportunity to get our second goal of the game and give us a comfortable cushion in this tie. And it's an excellent penalty from Graham. Would you have expected anything else from the guy who scored 16 goals already this season? That's his 100th league goal as well. I think that was in his career, not all time. That's the same thing. Not for Shamrock. I think that was in his career. Throw in for St. Pat's once more. Can we win the ball back and start counter-attack as we have done every other highlight? It doesn't look like it this time as Breen has a shot, but it's a great save by Williams. Chance still on for St. Pat's though with Goma on the left. And apparently the chance wasn't on because the highlight just ends there. McDonnell with a goal kick for St. Pat's now. Long ball forward, finds Breen in tons of space. And that's an excellent block by Fernandez. And that's going to go out for a St. Pat's corner. We got caught sleeping a bit in the back there. The goalkeeper just the one long ball forward. And Breen was almost through on goal if it wasn't for Fernandez getting back into position as Kennedy heads away the ball from the corner. And Byerly on the counter-attack now. Tons of space on the right-hand side if he wants to find, I think Rowe it probably is, but Lennon has given away a foul for St. Pat's and been booked. So reach half-time, it is still 2-0. We are well in charge of this game. Plenty of shots, a lot more shots than St. Pat's and a lot more possession as well. We are going to outstretch our arms and say I'm very pleased with the performance. Keep it going. And we'll have a look at the tactics screen. So Aaron Rowe is on a yellow card, but he's playing quite well on a 7.3. 6.6 is the lowest rating that we've got, and that's John Kennedy, who of course hasn't started many games for us this season, so it's sort of to be expected. I don't think I'm going to make any changes, to be honest with you. We'll just keep the lads out there for the start of the second half. If we get another goal, I might decide to rest a few of them. Kilkenny flicks the ball on, but McNally intercepts nicely, but it's going to come back to Fernandez to get on the attack for us once more. Kennedy with the ball on the right-hand side, plays it forward to the right winger, Aaron Rowe, inside to O'Leary, and again to Clark, out wide now to Kennedy in tons of space. First time cross from him, Byerly's there, it's blocked. Lennon clears it for St. Pat's. It was a nice first time cross there from Kennedy on the volley. And with 62 minutes gone, we are going to make our first change, or maybe even changes of the game. So Philip Clark is coming off, he's pretty knackered out there. And we will bring on Ethan Manning. And we're also going to bring on the other guy that I showed you before the game for Neil Ferrugia. Philip Osam coming in at left wing for Neil Ferrugia. As Byerly, it was in the box. It's Rowe. Can he get a ball in? It's blocked by the defender and out for a corner. McDonnell with a goal kick for St. Pat's. Breen flicks it on, but Cartman gets there to intercept the ball. And now Osam has it on the left-hand side. He plays it back to Cartman. Osam again. Nice ball from him to Kilkenny in the centre. And a ball over the top. Byerly's there. What a finish. What a pass from Ethan Manning, the substitute. Graham Byerly with his second goal of the game. A first-time finish was that? So Manning played it to Osam. Lovely ball from him to Kilkenny. Kilkenny back to, I keep forgetting his name, Manning. And then Byerly on the volley. The ball just took the entire defence out of play. Byerly on the turn, on the volley with a beautiful finish. And it's 3-0. So 75 minutes gone. We do have the opportunity to rest someone here. Now, Byerly's on a hat-trick, so I'm not going to take him off. Adam O'Leary's not doing well in defensive midfield, but we don't really have the option. We can either bring on a right-back, a centre-back, a left-back, a right winger, or a striker. And we've already said it's not going to be a striker. Do we take Aaron Rowe off? Yeah, I think we take Aaron Rowe off because he's on a yellow. So Behan can come on for him in our final substitution. Free kick just inside St. Pat's half. It's Fernandez to take it. Plays it short to Kilkenny. Now O'Leary to Byerly. Nice passing play. Behan through to Byerly for his hat-trick. And Graham Byerly gets the hat-trick. It's 4-0. His 18th goal of the season. And we are heading 3 points clear at the top of the table. It was beautiful passing play. Byerly giving it to Behan, and Behan returning it back to him via a through ball. McNally unlucky not to win the ball back with his challenge, but Byerly never really in doubt when he gets in those positions. And there is the full-time whistle. It is 4-0 that it is finished here today against St. Pat's Athletic. An excellent performance all round by everyone, especially Ethan Manning coming on the pitch. I can't remember when he came on. I was going to say half-time, but I don't think it was at half-time. In the second half was when he came on. And we're going to say Out to Shams, a good win, boys. Well done. So as I said, that result sticks us 3 points clear at the top of the table. Also improves our goal difference by a lot. We're now 8 goals better off than Dundalk. Of course, they do have a game in hand, so we have to see how they do in that game in hand. But our next game is against bottom of the table, Longford Town, who have only picked up 7 points all season. Hopefully, we don't get embarrassed by them. So here we are for the game against Longford Town, and this one has got all the makings of an upset, to be honest with you. We are 12 games unbeaten heading into this game. Longford Town haven't won a game in 10 matches. Surely we are just going to batter them. If it would be very Football Manager for Longford Town to beat us today after not having a win in 10 games and us being 12 games unbeaten. So we've made a few changes for today's game from the last game. So Williams is still in goal, but Swanson comes back in at right back in place of John Kennedy. Baba Fernandez and Liam Scales remain at centre back. Ben Cartman at left back. Jerry Davis comes back into the squad for, was it Adam O'Leary who was playing their last game? I think it was. Gavin Kilkenny is in for O'Reilly. I think Kilkenny was playing their last game because O'Reilly needed a rest or was injured or something like that. Philip Clark is alongside him, and then Aaron Rowe and Neil Ferrugia are the wingers, with Graham Biley as the striker. On the bench, we do have a returning Alex Hunt. He's not yet at full fitness. He'd probably, if I give him any game time, it'll probably be 20 minutes or so at the end if we're doing okay, because I don't want him to get injured again. Of course, he is a very good player, and him and Clark had a great partnership in centre midfield in the early stages of the season. So we do come up against one of our former players today. Einar Gudjonsson is the captain of Longford Town. He was a very good player for us at Sligo Rovers. I've had a look at him. He's not that good a player to sign for Shamrock Rovers, but nice to see him back in the top tier with Longford Town. So we're going to pump our fist and say we're favourites for a reason. Go out there and make sure they're left in no doubt as to why. Swanson seemed motivated by that, but nobody else did. First chance of the game, it's Rowe with the throw in on the left-hand side, finds Ferrugia, the left winger. He plays that back to Davis. Now Cartman has it. Cartman gets it back from Clark. Clark forward to Biley. Nice patient passing play from us. Clark, excellent through ball. Biley, and there was never any doubt. Graham Biley through on goal. He's always going to score that one. His 19th goal of the season, and we take a 1-0 lead after less than 15 minutes played here. It was nice patient passing to build up the move. Clark got the ball from Biley and played it back to him, and it's an excellent finish from the striker. That result sends us back to being 3 points clear at the top of the table, I believe. Dundalk have taken the lead in their game already against Derry City. So Fernandez with the free kick plays it short to Swanson, gets it back from him, finds Clark in the centre of the field, who plays a beautiful pass out wide right to Rowe. Is he going to get a ball in the box? He skips past the defender and pulls it back. Clark is there, and it's just wide from Clark. He didn't seem to get much power behind that, but the accuracy was off as well, unfortunately. So we reach half-time, and it is still 1-0. We have yet to allow Longford Town to have a shot, which, if we can finish the game like that, would be very, very good for our defence. And we're going to pump our fist and say things are going well, but I know you're capable of even better. Let's take a look at the tactics screen, see how everyone's doing. There's a few people on yellow cards, Swanson and Scales. Ratings aren't as good as last match, but still okay. No one really drastically needing to come off the pitch. So we'll just leave the lads out there for the start of the second half, see how they get on, as always, and hopefully we can add to the goal total. Cartman with an excellent tackle there, and Davis gets the ball cleared to Rowe, and we could be on the attack once more. Great ball from Rowe. Ferrugia in a bit of space on the left-hand side, and Gudjonsson comes along with the sliding tackle, a very good sliding tackle. And Longford, I forgot the name of the team, have the ball there. Sheedy loses out to Davis though, and Ferrugia looking for Biley, flicked back to Kilkenny. Now Rowe has a shot, and Aaron Rowe has scored an absolute thunderbolt into the top corner of the goal, the second goal of the season, our second goal of the game, and the win looks signed, sealed and delivered by Aaron Rowe. What a finish. Kilkenny laying it off to him. I didn't know what he was going to do from there, wasn't expecting that. Probably should have, because I think he scored one like that, similar as his other goal this season. And in the other game, Derry City have equalised against Dundalk, so Dundalk could be dropping points today, which would be a godsend for us, because that would send us 5 points clear at the top. But Longford have a corner, Higgins towards Wilson, and they've got one back. Kieran Wilson with his second goal of the season, Longford Town back into the tie. And I don't know why I clicked on shouts, I meant to go to tactics. We are going to make a change. Derry Davis looking injured in defensive midfield, so Dean O'Connor is going to come on for him. Elsewhere, Don't know what else to do. Well, Ben Cartman is the worst performer on the field, so we'll take him off. We'll bring on David Ferguson at left back. One sub left to make after this, so we'll see what we want to do with that. Of course, I did want to give Alex Hunt a few minutes. So if we get to 85 minutes, I might bring him on, but Grazza has a goal kick for Longford. Ferguson heads it away, but back in towards our half now, but Scales has got it in plenty of space, and he's got plenty of time. He plays it back to Williams. Nothing stupid now. Williams long ball forward. Biley's chasing it, but he's never going to get that. Grazza picks that up for Longford Town, and we start back at where we started the highlight originally. But Kilkenny wins the ball from that clearance. Now Rowe's got it, gives it to Clark, to Ferrugia, to Rowe. Rowe with a second chance now, and Rowe gets his second of the game, his sixth goal of the season. It's 3-1. We get back our 2-goal advantage, and I think that is about time for us to make our change. So Alex Hunt coming on for his first appearance in a long while. We'll take Philip Clark off. So unfortunately, the Hunt and Clark partnership won't get a run out today. Hopefully Alex Hunt's okay, or okay enough to last the 9 minutes. He should be. The fitness test said he could last 45, and we're only giving him 9. As Ferrugia has the ball again, and we're looking for a fourth now. We're looking very dangerous in this final 10 minutes. A bad pass and a good interception, mixture of two there. And Scales was shoved by Alistair. I thought that might have been Scales getting sent off, but fortunately not. As Longford have another long goal kick. Ferguson heads it away nicely. Now Ferrugia's got it on the left-hand side. Back to the substitute Ferguson. Ferrugia again. Long ball to the centre. Beautifully played. O'Connor, the ball at the top. Looking for Biley. Headed by Biley, and it's just wide from Biley. That was an excellent move. Biley, very clever there to think outside the box and headed that. He was wanting the ball to come over the top to his feet so he could finish it, but instead just heading it wide as we just about get to full time. And there it is, 3-1 victory today against Longford Town. We didn't stop them from having shots. They did score a goal, but I'm still very happy with our overall performance. And I'm going to outstretch my arms and say, well done, lads. That was a good win for us. Let's see how Dundalk did. And Dundalk did drop points. 2-2 draw with Derry City, which means we are 5 points clear. They have a game in hand, but even if they win that game in hand, we'll be 2 points clear at the top of the table, which is great news. Incidentally, I just looked during that game at Sligo Rovers' position in the table. They are currently 7th, but they're a hell of a way clear compared to what we've ever been from 8th place, and they're in touching distance of 4th. So Sligo doing pretty well as well, which is nice to see. They did lose today, though, against Waterford by 2-1. So unfortunate news today. Jerry Davis, our defensive midfielder, is going to be out for between 11 days and 2 weeks because of a gashed upper leg. So that means he'll be back around the 26th of May, which means he's likely to miss the next 3 league games, the games against Shelbourne, Dundalk and Bohemian, which is unfortunate. So looking ahead to the next episode, and I think we're going to do the Europa Conference League. Yeah, I think we're in the Europa Conference League because we didn't finish top of the league last season, and if you finish 2nd or 3rd in this league, you go into that competition. So that game should be around here, beginning of July time. So we'll come back with the first and second legs of the first qualifying round, if that's what we're in, or whenever that happens, around July, August time for the Europa Conference League. So offline, we'll definitely play the Shelbourne, Dundalk, Bohemian, Derry City, St Pat's games off camera, and we'll see when the Europa Conference League comes up. But that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get all my content when it comes out, hit the notification bell to stay notified, and I'll see you next time.